TigerBeat fam? I'm Allie Booth and I'm here with New Hope Club. Hello.
Hello.
We have Reece, Blake, and George here in the office. Thank you guys for coming by.
Thank you so much.
So we have been following the New Hope Club story for so long now, listened to so many bops out of you guys. Can you take me back to the beginning? What is your origin story back in like 2015 when we first saw your first cover on YouTube?
I'm gonna pass this one to George.
All right, George.
Hello, I am George. We started off just doing we met each other when we was like 15. Mm-hmm. We started meeting up at my house. We posted little covers. We was playing video games, just like becoming really, really close friends. I've got like silly videos of Reece like sliding down my staircase on a duvet, like just literally just flying down it. So silly stuff. We started writing songs. We got Perfume very early on, and we still play live. If you guys have seen us live. Then we got songs like Fixed, released an EP, toured, did loads and loads of touring.
Yeah.
We started doing our own tours now. The rest is history. We started doing our own tours, and yeah, album comes out.
So how did you guys actually meet? Because Reece, you were on X Factor for a hot sec. You guys met online. What's the story there?
Basically, we were all just doing our own thing, like you just said. We were posting covers on YouTube, and the managers of the Vamps found George originally, and they were like, oh, we should make a new band, a new little thing. And George was then looking around for other people, and then came across my video on YouTube, which was a cover of a Vamp song, conveniently. And then we like met up a little bit, and then we were like, we want someone else in the band. And then we looked around, and then we saw videos of Reece, and we were like, let's have him. And then we all just kind of then from that point on just met up at each other's houses and just watched like films and just became good mates while we were still in school. And we just literally, it was all about becoming mates, you know, writing songs and just taking our time with it. There was no like rush into like we need to then suddenly like release music. It was just like we just became friends.
So that was back in 2015. Like you said, you were 15, you guys were super silly. Be honest, of course, I know, but be honest, like when I look back at my 15-year-old self and videos that I posted on the internet, sometimes I would just cringe so hard. As musicians, are there like songs or covers or videos that you guys look back on and you're like, that wasn't our best?
100%.
What are those for you guys?
Well, there was one time we did these like Christmas videos, and we did one for like every day. Every day. They're not on the line anymore. They've been taken down.
But you'll email them to me later, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Basically, we just like did these little covers. They were horrific.
You guys posted these Christmas videos. You didn't love them. You took them offline. And is that the story there?
No, but yeah, they were just like Blake was still in school, so I think his mates give him a little bit of a stick for it.
You just have to go into school knowing that there was going to be another like video coming out today of like another terrible Christmas song that we just like sang for 15 seconds, and it wasn't because they were all like kind of jokes, but they weren't terrible, so they weren't like really funny, but they also weren't like sat down really serious. It was like that middle game, like ground.
Limbo zone.
Do you know what's worse for me is our like really early TikToks. I don't know why I'm bringing this up. I'm just like literally just,
we're being honest with you.
No, this is an honest chat.
Do you know one of the most horrific things we've got is the first song we ever wrote. It's never out there, but it's on our unlisted YouTube because we have to send it to like our managers and stuff, being like, hey, this is the first song we wrote, and it's honestly the worst song you probably have ever heard.
What is it called?
It's called Forever in a Day.
Forever in a Day?
Yeah.
Can we get a quick preview?
Nope.
If I could see.
No.
Just like a chorus.
No. That will never come out into the public.
We did actually once put the riff of the song in one of our covers so no one would know.
Okay.
It's a mashup cover.
I will keep my eye out for that.
You'll never be able to find it. But
So on the other end of that, you guys have since forming in 2015 put out so many songs that I love. You mentioned Fixed, Medicine, Karma, so many good ones. Looking back, like of those, all of the songs, is there a favorite that you guys each have that kind of holds a special spot in your heart?
I mean, I think like Fixed was one of the probably the first main release we had. Like it was our real first push, and it honestly takes us back to like when we were like our first ever like proper studio sessions, when we were like we recorded that one in Bournemouth, and it was like we were just these like three little lads that like, I don't really know what we're doing here, we're just gonna go and record this song. And like it was kind of so surreal for us, like going to like somewhere like for England, so you don't really go around, you just kind of stay in your own little town. So to go to like Bournemouth, it was kind of like, we're going to go to Bournemouth and record a song with these guys that have done like so many amazing songs with like other huge artists, and like walk in and they've got like all plaques for like all massive artists, and we're like this little band just going, all right, we're going to record a song now. So it's kind of cool.
So since then, obviously that's one of those moments when you kind of have to pinch yourself. You're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
What have been a few of those other big moments where you had to stand back and say, is this really happening right now?
Yeah, like when we headlined Shepherd's Bush. Like for the past years, we've done some headline shows there, and last year we did it and we sold it out, and it was incredible. I was on stage and we had the whole set being videoed, and my face was just like the whole time. I was just smiling. I just couldn't stop smiling. It was so fun. Had all of the fans just in front of us, just going for it, and it was very cool.
And you guys brought up the fact that you started out by doing a bunch of covers before transitioning into releasing original music. Can you kind of explain like the difference between the two, what it feels like as an artist? Like, is it easier to perform a cover opposed to perform an original because you don't have that kind of personal, vulnerable connection with it, or does that make it more difficult? Like, what is the comparison?
Well, I mean, like we started off doing covers, so but I think we always are gonna keep that element of like doing a cover every now and then.
Yeah.
Just because we like putting our own take on a song, but like we way prefer obviously doing our own songs, like songs that you've written those lyrics and you've composed that song, and then to take it on stage and for people to sing it back to you, that for us is like such a good feeling. It's such a humbling feeling, and yeah, you can't really beat that.
And I asked you about your personal favorite New Hope Club songs. Obviously, I have a few favorites myself.
What's your favorite?
Well, I was just about to say, I love, on Welcome to the Club Part 2. I love the live version of Let Me Down Slow because it's like at the beginning, you're like, everyone get off your feet, like go crazy. And I'm like, okay, I will. And I can't listen to that without literally like standing up, going crazy, jumping around. It's so much fun. And so I love that you guys chose to then kind of bring that back in a way. And we've heard studio versions of it now. Walk me through that decision. Like usually it's the other way around where we'll hear the studio version, then we'll hear a live version. How did you guys kind of come about to this decision where you released the live version, live recorded from O2, and now you're coming at us with like these whole new versions of that fan favorite?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a song for us that we were like, this song we need to release as a single. Like we know this is an amazing song and that we were really proud of, but we were always like waiting for the right time to get it all pieced together and like all the way, the sound and sonically of how we wanted the song to be. And I think, we always had that thing, like it always went down live the best. It was get everyone jumping. It really would always be that song. And so we were like looking for a DJ to be on the song and everything. And then obviously we got Rehab on the song.
So cool.
And he's so talented, and he kept sending us, like while we were on tour and he was on tour, he'd send like little demos like every few days of like where he'd got on with it, and like
Ooh.
And it'd be so cool because he completely changed the sound of the song. And then obviously we'd done the band version because, we wanted to take it back to how it was originally recorded and stuff. So, we wanted to show both elements, but we always knew the song was great. Like, being honest, we loved the song, and so we just wanted to release it at the right time.
This album is right around the corner. It's basically 5 years in the making. Everybody's so excited about it. What does it feel like now to know that it is about to come to life in a very real way?
It's amazing. It's so exciting for us. We've been writing since we were children, literally, and ever since we met like 4 years ago. So, I mean, this album is just a collection of all that put together, really. It's about falling in love. Some songs are about falling out of love, and some songs are just about being free and being young because, we've grown up together. We've literally been in each other's company since we were 15, 14, so it's really been a hell of a journey, and like this album really captures that in a piece of music, So
I love that you bring up the fact that a lot of these songs are about falling in love or falling out of love. And I can't help but to notice that it comes out on Valentine's Day, February 14th. It feels like a very heavy nod to the fact that a lot of your music is love-driven lyrically. Do you find that a lot of your songs do start there, kind of in these personal experiences with love, with romance?
For sure. I mean, we literally go through the same things as literally anyone else.
Yeah.
Just because we're in a band, we literally do go through the same things of love and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's the most natural thing for us to do is to sit down and like talk to each other and be like, this is going on, and you know, we want to kind of, I've got this idea about this situation that's going on, and I just think we always just want to write relatable music, and just, you know, we're quite selfish writers in the fact that we'll write, you know, things that are personal to us, but I feel like because we're writing such relatable stuff that it hopefully touches everyone else, and everyone else can listen to it and go, oh, that's happened to me, or that's actually me right now, you know?
Right. And on the album, you know, like you guys said, we have the Rehab, Let Me Down Slow. We have Dana Paula with Know Me Too Well. You guys have been working with a lot of really amazing artists and collaborating. Do you have a dream collaboration? I'm sure you get this all the time, but if you could work with any other artists to team up, who would you guys choose as a band?
Obviously, we're very inspired by the Beatles. So
yeah,
like
you want to collab with them?
Yeah, we've said this millions of times. Paul McCartney. Like Shawn Mendes would be cool. Ed Sheeran's a great songwriter. So just to get in the studio and work with anyone that like writes their own stuff, like then people will be incredible. To see what we get, you know.
John Mayer solo.
Yeah.
John Mayer solo on one of the songs.
I'm just kicked off a lead guitar for that one.
That's okay.
He can make that guitar sing.
Yeah, I get it. John.
I would love to see a nice John Mayer moment here.
Imagine a bit country vibe as well.
Yeah.
New Hope Club X Country.
So where do you guys go from here? I mean, you've toured the entire globe, literally Asia, Europe, North America. You've been all over the place. Your debut album is here. You've released a ton of music. Like, how do you top that? What's the next move for New Hope Club?
For us, this is just really the start. I mean, we've only been doing our own shows now for a year. We got to do our first ever headline shows last year, which was for us just the most amazing, incredible thing ever. And now we've had a taste of doing our own shows, you know, putting on our own. It's such an exciting thing, being in so much control, deciding your set list, deciding what you want on stage, and like how you want your show to be. That's such an exciting thing for us because we just want to create like an amazing show. And yeah, I mean, we just want to go bigger and better. Really, we've done some cool venues, but we just want to keep growing and reaching more people. You know, we just want to do bigger and better shows.
So is that the end game here? Just to like create the best music that you can forever? Or do you guys ever see yourselves like pursuing solo projects while also being in New Hope Club? No.
We want to be old and grey. I
don't know.
Yeah, no.
The whole thing is all about just, you know, bettering ourselves as writers and just improving the music, and then, you know, hopefully it attaches to people and people want to listen to the next album and the album after that. But we're always just going to be releasing music and just, you know, we're three best mates just writing music, and hopefully people enjoy it. And if they don't, enjoy the next album.
All right, cool. Well, I love that. TigerBeat fam, you heard it here first. New Hope Club is not going anywhere anytime soon. You guys are sticking together, three best mates. Make sure you guys listen to their self-titled album on February 14th and subscribe to see a couple other videos with these guys coming sometime soon.